Whoa, that I don't think is going to work, guys. Little bit low. Let me see what I can do. Probably not a lot. You could say, guys, that... How's that? Guess that's better. We're right. If I look a wreck, it's because I am a wreck. I don't know how else to explain how I feel today, except that I am a wreck, and that's... Today was to be a live stream, but I got a very early phone call from my daughter to tell me I have Myah. Come over here and say hello to everybody, okay? Yeah, sorry for the...
Can you give me a little push,
I have my grandson today, my other grandson, and of course my two other boys. And I've been to hospital, to home, back to hospital, to doctors, to home, and feeding the little one and the bigger ones, and of course in between that Jack's in shed, so I've been, well, not been, I've offered him water to see if he was thirsty, but he wasn't, so, but I offered it. He'd obviously been out at some stage and had a drink, because he's in his hide right next to his water bowl, so I'd say he's poking his head out having a drink and coming back in, because I haven't offered him a drink for a few days, even longer actually when I think about it. But guys, I don't really worry too much. I know Jack likes to drink from the pipette with me, but I also know that he will drink from the water bowl if he's thirsty. So it's not like he doesn't have any water in there at all. But I had a young boy on the weekend break his arm, and so there went my Saturday. You know, when you end up at the hospital here waiting in the emergency department, and it always happens on a weekend, these things happen, but I think I got there about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I finally got home at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So there was Saturday, and I think I've done a video with Lily telling you that, but I can't remember because it's been one of those weekends where I don't know whether I'm Arthur or I'm Martha right now. And so yes, oh, I'm gonna get the hiccups. Oh, I'll swallow. So yesterday wasn't too bad. My younger of the boys was away on respite, and he was supposed to be staying until today, but I got a phone call to say, are you picking your young fellow up, and what time? And my response was, no, not today, tomorrow. Oh no, I've got things to do tomorrow. Okay. Well, that's really fabulously fabulous. But anyway, of course I went and got my young fellow and brought him home. So that was Sunday. And then today I awoke to the young boy with the broken arm to tell me he had taken his plaster off because it was annoying him. was literally the faces I pulled. Because if I hadn't have, it may have not have been a great face that I pulled. And I don't know what to say. Plaster annoys. Does. I know. I have broken my arm and been in plaster for 6-8 weeks from memory. But I never would have pulled the plaster off. So of course back to the hospital, and I was told very nicely, of course, well, you're going to be waiting another several hours. In the meantime, I'd already got a phone call from my daughter, who was extremely unwell and needed my help. So what was I to do? So I bolted there, and I bolted, and I picked her up and the kids up, and I got back, and I couldn't stay at the hospital, so I had to come back. They just splintered his arm, put another thing on him, and called the ambulance. My daughter went to the hospital. Then my daughter rang me and said, I'm not sitting here for hours waiting, because she was really, really sick. So I'm back up the hospital, and I picked her up, and I went and just took her straight to the doctor, and we got some medications and things organised, and hopefully they will help her out. I'm trying to put Myah in the video, buddy. You might like to jump in too. So, you know, probably the second video that I've done having a whinge, and I don't whinge but very often. I do whinge, but I don't whinge very often. It's kind of something that isn't a part of who I am, but sometimes things just get a little bit too much, and I've got to say something, so I hope that you don't mind me spilling it out today. I missed the live stream today, and I want to apologise for that. So I'll be putting this itchy nose, putting this video up tomorrow to apologise for today. There was just no possible way I was going to actually make it, no matter what. I wasn't going to be able to do it, and I was really looking forward to it. And I was going to do a topic about a dream life and what that would look like to me, and ask you how you would see living your dream life, and not a fantasy life, because there is a difference between living a dream life and a fantasy life. A fantasy life we realise isn't ever going to really be, and it's unrealistic, but my dream life is realistic. It's whether it could happen, or could I make it happen, or could I set things in place for it to happen, and I probably could. So I did want to share that with you all, and I've done a little video with Lily, I think, telling you what that is too. So I will be able to put that video up, and maybe I'll broach that subject, broach that subject on the live stream next Monday, so I can ask you guys, and you can let me know. But Jack's in shed, so
Hey Nan,
he's
do you know
quiet.
your dream life you're talking about?
He's what?
You dream to have snakes and you've got 8 of them.
Well, I guess that's true. Dream to have snakes, and I have. But there's more to my dream life than just having snakes. Lily was out all day yesterday. As much as I could have her out. She did have to go back a couple of times, but I let her back out because Saturday morning she was at the door wanting out at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't do it because I knew I'd be sitting up at the hospital waiting for plaster to be put on a boy's arm.
Oh,
So she missed out on Saturday, but I did get her out much later in the day. As exhausted as I was, I did manage to get her out and do a little bit of a video. Miss Tessa had her meal. I'll just fill you in on where all the guys are at the moment. Miss Tessa had a meal last night and actually had her first small rat rather than a hopper and a weaner. So she's getting just that one bigger rat now, and maybe I'll spread her out till about 10 days. I doubt that I will be able to with Tessa. She would already take another one today if I offered it, which I'm not going to. Myah is due for a feed.
I will offer her my finger.
You could offer Myah a finger. She wouldn't take a finger, buddy. Funny, isn't it? She would touch a finger.
Tessa would.
It's not a rat. Maybe if you dipped it in a rat or something, she might, but otherwise she wouldn't. So Tessa's good. Full belly, but still looking for something to eat.
She's got a darkish.
And Myah, I believe, is coming into shed.
So is this girl.
No, not at the
Her
moment.
stomach looks like it.
No.
Because that's what her stomach looks like usually.
No, it's a really, really, really pink. And that ain't a really, really pink belly.
So
at
up
all.
her top, there's like purple.
How you darling? And Apani's just shed, which I did a video, and I showed you her shed. I didn't show you Apani, but I will be doing a video with Apani. Sia has eaten just a couple of days ago, so she would be ready to come out.
What's she doing?
And I also have a video coming up. I was able to get Lily out for a little while outside and let her have a bit of time out there. And unfortunately I don't, have that second person to video, but I ended up laying sort of down on my belly on my elbows just watching her, and she was just in under me and laying on my back and periscoping off my back, and it was just wonderful to have her so close to me. And I wish I could show you those times when Lily is all over me and near me and wanting to be very close to me, because you sort of see her come out and go on up, but Lily does like her time with me as well. And I'll have to sort of set up the tripod and try and do it that way one day for you to see her. But that was all, guys, just to explain. It's been a really tough weekend and a long weekend for me, and probably a few more long days. But and why I didn't do my live stream. Sometimes things happen. So guys, from me and Myah today, I will say, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your snakes. Says Noah. Ciao.